What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? Uncle Joey here for another fun-filled album of the week. This is one of my fucking favorite albums. I know I come on here every week and tell you that shit. This album is a masterpiece. We're talking about Soundgarden's Bad Motherfucking Motorfinger. It's Bad Motorfinger. First of all, I think it's one of the greatest fucking album titles ever. And after you listen to the album, you're like, holy shit. This album came out in 1991. It got pushed back because of production issues. This album hit the nail into the wood as far as solidifying grunge. This album came out maybe 10 weeks after 10, and it came out at the same time as I think that Red Hot Chili Peppers album and Nevermind came out at this time. So those four albums, and with this one coming out October 8th, this solidified the grunge scene. I started with Super Unknown, and this was the second album I got turned on to. Later on, I discovered Louder in Love and all that other shit. But this album here is so good, it's fucking scary, okay? They call this album the Heavy Metal White Album. That's a hell of a fucking compliment. You know, you guys know it's no secret I'm a big Soundgarden fan, big motherfucking Cornell fan. This album destroyed me. Like I said, this is a specialty album that came out. When this came out, October 91, there was no fucking vinyl. So they added all these. This is a great, we have a little cover here that you could take out and frame, which I probably will. And then this is a double album. They spaced it all out. It's all the original songs on this album, plus a couple extra ones. The reason why I love this fucking, all right, Rusty Cage is the opening one. This is a fucking Johnny Cash song that they made into fucking, you know. This is the first album, don't quote me on this, but Diaz, Kim, the guitar player, he used the E chord and he turned it into a B chord. That's why it sounds the way it does. It sounds differently in some way. I love to tell you, I could hear the beat. I can't hear dick. I don't hear nothing.
Kind of tuning.
Yeah, this album, we were talking about tuning before, that this album was one of the ones that Kim really fucked around with. But let me tell you what's on this album. The first side of this album is tremendous. I don't know, on here it changes. But side one, you open up a Rusty Cage. Fucking tremendous. Slips right into Outshined, another fucking animal. Then it goes into, for me, the best song on this album is Slaves and fucking Bulldozers. And then you go right into another masterpiece, which is a word, 3 words I live by, Jesus Christ pose. Half of these motherfuckers are walking around with their Jesus Christ pose. Side 2, you got Face Pollution. You got Somewhere. You got one of my other favorites, Searching with My Good Eye Closed. We're all searching with our good eye closed. Room of 1,000 Years Wide, tremendous. And side 3 on this is Mind Riot, tremendous. Drawing Flies, Holy Water, and New Motherfucking Damage. Inside this particular album, you really don't have much. You have this sleeve with the 25th anniversary edition. Oh shit. Special thanks to Claire O'Brien, Monique. And then on this side, you got the motherfucking lyrics, cocksuckers. You know what I'm saying? You wired me awake and hit me with a hand of broken nails. What are you, fucking nuts? And then on this side, you got another album, no sleeve, nothing in particular. Listen, like I was talking about in the joint, when you're a comic, you could grow a goatee and spray paint it and put blue hair and a hat and, you know, a keychain to be cool. If you don't have the fucking material, it really doesn't matter. This album could have been delivered to you in a fucking bag. They could have dropped this off in a bag, just like British Steel, just like Rotten Apple, just like 3/4 of the albums I have in there. I could drop this off in a cassette in a brown bag. It didn't matter how it came, because what they put on the fucking album was pure fucking torture on this album. This is a tremendous album. This is, as far as I'm concerned, I love Super Unknown. I love this, everything Soundgarden put out. But this, to me, is a true fucking Soundgarden album. This is heavy, dirty, dangerous. I haven't had an album this dangerous and dirty since Led Zeppelin 2. If you don't have BADMOTORFINGER in your fucking collection and you call yourself a music connoisseur, go shoot yourself, cocksucker, because this is the album to have. First time I bumped into this 20 fucking years ago, I did not take this out. I drove all around Montana, fucking Idaho, listening to BADMOTORFINGER. You understand me? This is a fucking music masterpiece. Masterpiece. For some reason, at that point in time, the same light that shines over the Comedy Store that attracts all that craziness, that same beam of light was shining over Seattle. You know, I believe in that shit. I had no luck in Seattle, but they did fucking phenomenal. You know, a lot of times in Seattle, the water goes down, the ferry gets stuck and shit. And, you know, Bremerton Island is the deepest point in the United States. That's why they hold the submarines there. It's a very fucking weird place, Seattle. But this album here, when you put this on, you're in fucking Seattle. How do I know? Because I lived in fucking Seattle. As you're walking on Alki Beach, this is what you're hearing, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, what I said is what, it's fucking tremendous. If you don't have BADMOTORFINGER, go fuck yourself. This is the album of the week. Today, Thursday, March the 24th, whatever the fuck it is, it's Soundgarden, cocksuckers. And you know what, in my world, it don't get better than this. Go get Soundgarden, Super BADMOTORFINGER, whether it's the regular album or the 25th anniversary, really doesn't matter. This is just a doped up version to charge you $100. You know what I'm saying? Go get the $14.95 edition. You're gonna fucking blow your fucking heads out. I love you, cocksuckers. I'll see you next week for another fun-filled episode of the album of the week.